ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your channel, SideScrape here. Today we're going to be looking at a couple of auto-loader tanks from the French line. The AMX-12T Tier 6 light tank, or scout tank, however you want to place it. And followed by the Batchat, the Tier 10 medium tank, which is more like a light tank really, isn't it? Now, pretty good tier for me. Mid-tier, when instead of normally, I'd be expecting the tiers between 7 and 9. I'd probably be hitting a couple of 9s. I'm only hitting 4, 5, 7, so it's not too bad. We're playing on cliff, and the main aspect, or the main point for me, is to try to get on top of this area here. Do you know where the lighthouse is? Straight in front of us. Get up there, you've got the elevation to be able to shoot down into hostiles and also be able to project or spot any targets. I don't do many light tank videos, mainly because I've not really done them for the last few years. I don't really play light tanks. I'm pretty crap with them, so I want to try to better myself, and you'll be seeing some more videos coming up. I enjoy like the 1390 because that's more can be played quite aggressive like a medium tank. Right, I've turned my turret sideways on here. That's what I'd always recommend, especially when you're going up this hill, because as soon as you pop around this corner, you're going to be full on, and you're going to be able to be quite easily shot. A lot of time your hull will be quite nicely hidden because of this slight depression here, so they'll be able to shoot straight into the side of your turret. So by turning prior, as soon as I get into this position, the T67 spots me, bosh, my turret's already turned, so hopefully I'll be able to get some deflection and shots off there rather than, you know, straight side hit and maybe do an ammo rack or something else. So try to get to the top of the hill, get in a position where I can show our lads where all the enemies are, and hopefully get a bit of damage in. Vroom, vroom. I haven't got Sixth Sense, so I go into a position here. It has been a while since I've done light tanks. I don't think I'm safe, and I realise that quite suddenly it isn't the safest place in the world. My engine's knocked out. I take a big hit straight away from KV-13 right at the very edge behind the rock, and I'm thinking, oh, fiddlesticks, should have known about that. So I'm going to drop down to this ledge and try to get some pressure shots across the side. Well, it's just slightly changed here. As you can see, maybe a new mistake. Roll down the hill on the side instead of frontwards on. Knocked out my track. Get the track back on. And I'm still thinking of the old physics. I'll be able to just drive up here. But as you can see, you cannot. So make sure you're a bit careful. A bit more careful than I thought I was. The engine's not strong enough to be able to get me up that hill. So I've got to reverse, get back around and push up. That ledge there where the bushes are is quite a good position to be able to fire down into the middle area towards T43 and further south. Proper made a screw up there. Not going to be getting much damage spots or damaging myself. The M4's pushing a bit too far as Leroy, and he's going to get killed now. Now I can see this Chi-Re's engaging KV-1S, so I just decided to get down there and engage as well. And I finish him off and get my first kill. 125 damage cost so far. So, I'm going to move back into the position I was trying to get in the first place. Over to the left, as you can see from the map, there's quite a few tanks have gone down the left side, down the 1-2 line. And it's quite light in our area, which is good for us, because we've got heavy push. Well, numerous tanks, not a heavy push. So I'm going to try to get some shots on these guys. He's hidden behind the hail. No, he's down the south. I'm going to try and get some shots. I didn't reload. I thought I might as well just unclip the shots and try to get as much damage as I can do. Even try to get shots into the arse, I'm not able to achieve it straight away. Got 1 shot in, 2 shots in, 3 shots in, reverse out, straight back into these bushes, and I'm pretty safe. As you can see from here, they're not able to get shots in from me unless they come right around, so it's quite a safe position if you're in quite a small tank. So the KV-13 is now left on his own. The pressure was able to put into their arse, the guys pulled back, and our guys were able to just push over the hill, swamp into them and kill them. Auf Wiedersehen, pet. With 526 damage, which is equates to 1300 WN8. First shot through. Second shot through. And kill. Chi-Re's nice and easy to penetrate, even with my penetration values, just because it's such a crap tank. As you can see, we now control the north and the east. We've only got a couple of tanks left on the western side, so now it's just a scrabble really to see who can get the kills in. I need 1469 damage more to be able to get the high caliber, to get like a proportion of the damage caused on the team. I'm going to be pushing for the T29. He's pushing quite aggressively up. My guys are engaging him. I was waiting for him to come further a bit more so I can just drop down and get some shots into his arse. I don't want to get shots into his turret because it'll probably still bounce me because it is a really strong turret. Third kill. Can't get elevation. French autoloading tanks are not very good for elevation. So I dropped down, a bit too hard, but I'm still able to get shots into the KV-1. One shot. And 2 shots. There we go. 1,388 damage caused, 5,507. So even though this is a light tank and your job is to spot, when you've got the opportunity, you can really cause some damage to the opponents. It's got a nice little gun, lovely little reload, 19.16 seconds, as well as the gun itself is pretty punchy for its weight when you get to this tiering. Tier 9s, E75 and the rest are STI, you're going to be really struggling with, but here I'm able to get some juicy shots. Now I did load APCR, that's just so I can get a full clip of 6 rather than taking 4 shot out. And kill number 5. 1,660 damage caused, or 7,243 WN8, but it actually works out about 9,500, you know, because of spotting damage for assisted with spotting, so people get the damage in. Well, let's look at the end of game statistics. So then we've got 32,608 credits with 4,593 with times 3 for the date. For the game itself, came third for damage, which isn't too bad. First for experience and first for the kills. So 1,021 experience raw. Looking at the opposing team, a lot of the tanks really didn't get much damage in there, which is unfortunate for them. Damage due to player assistance of only 125. I was able to spot 3 vehicles. So that position I thought was a really strong one to be able to spot everyone else. Was not such a good position. So it all depends on how the team play. As you saw, there was KV-13, Chira, KV-1S and a couple of tanks to the left or the middle section by the hill, and that's all there was there. Now let's look at the backshot game. The second game and last game, we're going to be looking at Serene Coast. A lot of times you used to have a lot of heavy tanks just go down the 9 line. Sometimes now they come along the 1 line. I'll normally go towards C1, C2 and try to engage the medium or heavy tank there. Get some really spots in and try to get some damage. Now the APCR is standard, so I've got 25 of those, which is 5 clips, 259 penetration, 390 damage against heat. Not APCR heat, so I've got to have a flat surface to be able to penetrate. It knocks up quite a lot to 330. Now, I use a small repair kit and a large repair kit, as well as a fire extinguisher. I've seen a lot of people use like tea and coffee, you know, to get the additional 10%, but I find it quite costly at 20k. I used the large repair kit just to try to cut down on damage repair rates, and try not to use it because again it's extremely expensive just in the passive ability. Now, let me know what you guys use on it, because I'm not really a rich man in this game. I've got that many tanks. I'm trying to, you know, produce more, and I always wonder what I should put on there, because there's no point having a health kit. You've only got 3 people in your tanks. If one of them's dead, then you're kind of dead. Now I know that the T-54 is going to be coming this way for sure. He's a very strong player, so I need to remove him straight from the game as early as possible. So I'm going to play a little bit more aggressive than what I would normally do. First shot took my track out. Managed to get a second shot through him. Third shot, got 2 shots left. Fourth shot bounced. And the 5th shot goes through and he gets finished off by the M103 behind me. Now I'm going to back off and try to get myself in a better position, trying to get off the radar, because I will be spotted between 7 and 12 seconds. I want to just try to relocate. As you can see, 2 IS-7s have gone down the right hand side down the 9 lane, and we have a couple of heavies coming up here. Spotters. I decided that I'm out of position enough that I can just retreat, get back into the game and move back into this area. So 3 of our guys are putting a bit of pressure on the 1-2 line, so I'm just going to try to get some shots across to the side. And that T-34-2, I'm not spotted yet. You can see it's aiming towards T-54 right in the corner. First shot through, 429 damage, Bosch, very nice. Second shot gone through. Tried to go for a shot in the Centurion 7-1, I'm not able to get it. I see the M103 and I just take a random shot, and I got no chance of penetration. That was a wasted shell. The one thing you got to do with a back chat is make sure you conserve ammunition. But I am up to 2,055, which is less than a clip should be, but I'm still able to get some damage in so far and assist the team. I need 2,269 more damage to be able to get the high caliber. Coefficient 7-1 shot in his ass. I'm trying to hit his tracks as well as a petrol tank, see if it can cause a fire. Now you can see behind me, our guys are starting to get steamrolled a bit, so there's no point me sticking in this position. I need to get out of there now, get away, relocate as fast as possible to allow my 39.16 second reload time to elapse so I can get back into the fight. Taken, what, 2 hits so far, 2 small damage from my Rams, and the T-54 put some strong damage in, but they did lose one of the best players. Another 2 of their decent players have dropped. There's only 1 really good IS-7 player left. We've lost 4 tanks, they've lost 5. We've also lost the M103, which is a strong player. Now, I'm reloaded. I'm waiting for our E5 to come across. He's a pretty decent player, so I'm not sure why he's been sticking at the back until now. If you notice the left hand side there, can you see what I just saw then? D5 is sat and he's turned facing the T-54 down the bottom, so I'm just going to get some nice cheeky shots in. First shot was fired to try to track him so he wouldn't move and start, you know, turning his whole round towards me, which is a crying shame because that shouldn't have missed. Get another shot in and just finish him off. Go for a reload. So 3,800 damage. So I need another 1 shell more or less. 444 damage to be able to achieve the high caliber. I've noticed on the right flank the IS-7s just rolled through the rest of our guys. We've only got a Waffenträger with low health, 12% of his health left, and a T-92, the artillery. The Waffenpanzer auf Panzer IV, Waffenträger auf Panzer IV, Waffenpanzer has decided to come back as well. So potentially, if I can get some lucky hits, I can more or less finish him off, but not quite, as you'll see. So the IS-7's got 3 kills. Now we're down, it's 5-6. So, first shot, straight off the track. Try to keep him nailed. 383. 739. 1120 damage. Come on, baby. Badly needs a new pair of shoes. 495. Can't finish him off. He's left 196 health, and I'm having to bug out. He kills the Waffenträger and the T-92, but the Panzer manages to finish off the IS-7, and I decide to try to get back over on the flank to help the E5. They've got 4 players left. We've got 3 players. I'm up to 5,834 damage, so I've got the high caliber, as you can see from the big tick at the top right side. T-44 sat there, and 704 is off grid. As you can see, he was right at the very back of the base at H6. So I'm just going to go around and try to get some safe spots. E5 still on full health. But an unusual driver. I can't understand why he's kept back so long, really. Here you go. No, I'm joking. 5,215 WN8. Game finishes at about 9,000. Spot T-44. Go for a shot. Shot goes through and notice 704. So this position now, I'm going to go for the 704 because he's more of a damaging target. He does 750 damage compared to 250 damage from T-44. Whew. So he was the high priority target. I don't mind taking a couple of hits. 3 hits off T-44 equates to 1 shot off the 704. Go for another reload. I'm down to 7 shells total. I'm just pulling back and I go across to the right to try to get a shot on that Centurion, but it's barely got any health anyway. And the Waffenträger Panzer finishes him off nicely. Now all there is left is the artillery piece. Let's just speed up this game a touch, shall we? So I'm going to have him to fire heat right now. I could do some Benny Hill music playing in the background. If that was Benny Hill, I'm not sure. So, it's going around for the normal place. You'd normally see the artillery. I'd normally be quite placed down here, so it's obviously he's going to be down this section then, isn't he? It's the Panzer is heading towards where my next location is. It's not there, and there's just been spotted. So 500 health. Panzer missed. T-92 missed, and I managed just to get the kill off. So 7,355 damage caused, only 2 hits taken. Oh, 3 hits, sorry. Not too bad a game, really. What do you think, guys? It was quite fast. Well, it seemed to be faster than what it was. We used up half the time, so I thought it was over in like 4 or 5 minutes. But the Batchat is such a lovely little vehicle. It's able just to get around the map. We'll have a look at the damage as well as how much it actually travelled, because you saw me just bombing around the areas or across the map from one side to the other before getting back. Lovely vehicle. I don't play it that much because I'm not a very good Batchat driver. It's more or less like a light tank. It's got no armour whatsoever. Really good spotting, but you can see where the shells went straight through. One through the mantlet, and the other one through the turret. And where else did the shot go through? Oh, never mind. Anyway, let's look at the end game statistics. Victory! So we got a mastery badge. High caliber, so cause damage must be at least 20% of the total HP of the enemy vehicles. Bruiser, fighter, and 5 for effects. 60,000 credits earned with 27,000 spent on more or less all the ammunition. I've heard a lot of people, some of the really good players, say that you don't need to just that much heat. All I wanted to do was load heat. You know, in case you come up against a Jaeger or an E100 weight, you don't really want to miss that one shell. That's just all. It's the last ditch attempt. I travelled 4.78 kilometres, which isn't too bad. 25 shells fired, 23 hits, 21 penetrations. So looking at the damage levels, I've got 7,355, 1,177 experience against the next tanks. So I managed to get quite a large portion of the damage caused, probably more than most of the team really. The opposing team, the IS-7 did well, I-5 and the other IS-7 played pretty decent with over 2,000 damage each. We had 2 of the chaps with over 2,000 damage. So overall, not such a bad game. The AMX-12T, nice. I'm not very good with the tanks or the light tanks, so I do kind of play them a bit too aggressively. Playing more or less like a fast medium tank, which I need to stop doing. But the Batchat, I hope you find that I've played that quite well. Just try to use its strength, which is mobility and a good gun. There's no point sticking and brawling with a tank, but I believe that taking out the T-54, which is a strong tank in the position B1, B2, do you know, because it can get a really nice hold down position. It was worthwhile taking out for the 2 damage or the 2 shots that I took. Anyway, guys, take care. I'll see you out there and stay safe. Keep tanking.